Hello everyone. Dear students, as you know, we are in the concluding part of the chapter Going Places. And before going ahead, let me tell you what we have read so far in this chapter by the help of these basic points. The first one about Sophie and Jancy. The second, Jove and apprentice mechanic. Third one, Sophie told how she met Danny Kaji. Okay. Fourth point, Job told his father. Job told his father about Sophie's meeting. Number 5 note कीजिए. His father was great fan of Tom Finney and Casey, and he mentioned the meeting of Sophie as a wild dream. Sixth one, Sophie upset. Sophie upset when she knew Jancy knew her meeting with Kaji. सेवंथ पॉइंट देखिए. सैटरडे whole family went to see a football match. नंबर 8 देखिए. आफ्टर डार्क she walked by the canal. She walked by the canal. Ninth देखिए. Again she was lost in dream. और लास्ट पॉइंट देखिए. So all dreams and disappointments were, जितने भी उसके ड्रीम्स थे, जो निराशाएं थी, were in her mind. Were in her mind. They were the product of her imagination. Let me tell you, right from the beginning of this chapter, at the very initial stage, about Sophie and Jancy. As you know, Sophie is a daydreamer. She is always have so many fantasies of life, while Jancy is a very much practical girl. She knows that they are destined to work in a biscuit factory. So first thing you have read in this chapter about Sophie and Jancy's character. It is going to be very important question as well. So you have to learn the characteristics of Sophie and Jancy. Sophie is a daydreamer. She always have fantasies about life, and she wanted to become the manager straightforward. Also, she has the dream of opening the boutique and so on, so many things. But Jancy always discourage her of having such type of dreams because she is very practical. The next thing we came to know about in this chapter is Geoff. Geoff was an apprentice mechanic. And basic characteristics of Geoff in this chapter as being mentioned that he was very reserved. He always remained very reserved. Sophie told how she made 10 kg. After that, the next incident we came to know about Sophie's. When Sophie told Geoff about her meeting with Danny KG. सबको पता है फैमिली में कि वो डे ड्रीमर है, ये उसका वाइल्ड ड्रीम है, लेकिन पूरा का पूरा परिवार उनका एक तरीके से फुटबॉल गेम को और डेनी केजी को पसंद करता है, इसलिए जॉब उसकी बात को थोड़ी तवज्जो देता है. When Sophie told how she met Danny Keji, at the very initial stage, Geoff was surprised to hear such type of thing. And after that, Geoff told his father about Sophie's meeting with Danny Keji. इसके बाद Geoff अपने पिता को बताता है कि सोफी डेनी केजी से मिली थी. You know very well after that, his father was great fan of Tom Finney, a great footballer, and Danny Keji. But he calls these type of things Sophie's wild stories. Wild stories. मनगढ़ंत कहानियां उसका पिता कहता है कि वो डैनी केजी से मिलने की जो बात है उसमें कुछ भी रियलिटी नहीं है. आगे चलने के बाद somehow Geoff managed to tell his father about the meeting of Danny Keji with Sophie. Sophie became upset when she knew Jancy knew her meeting with Keji. सोफी अपसेट हो जाती है जब उसको पता चलता है कि जेंसी को पता चल गया उसकी मीटिंग के बारे में जब वो डेनी केजी से मिली थी. और ये जॉफ ने जेंसी के ब्रदर को बताया, तब उसको पता चला. लेकिन नथिंग इज गोइंग टू बी रिवील आफ्टर दैट. द मीटिंग was only it is confronted with the situation that she met Danny Keji. It was nothing to be mentioned about the date. Next, Saturday, whole family went to see a football match, and it was the first time. It was the first time when Sophie saw Danny Keji. Apart from this, all the meetings with Danny Keji is only fantasies, imagination of her mind. One instance in the story, we can say that she saw her is exactly in one of the football matches. And these are the terms we have to read today. After dark, she walked by the canal. Again, she was lost in dream. And after that, apparently, so all dreams and disappointment were in her mind. They were product of her imagination only. All these things were product of her imagination only. हम इस पॉइंट तक हमने पढ़ा. Now we going to start today from point 8, 9th and 10th. Let's see. Open your textbook now. At page number 83, after dark, she walked by the canal along a sheltered path. See, after dark. Now, we came to know a very different aspect of imagination by Sophie. Let's see. After dark, she walked by the canal along a sheltered path. Sheltered को कहेंगे covered. What you mean by sheltered? Covered path, lighted only by the glare. Glare होता है brightness of the lamps from the wharf. Wharf होता है platform made by stone, made from stone. पत्थरों से बना हुआ एक platform. Wharf. Across the water and the uneasy drone. Drone होता है low sound of whispering of people. लोगों की थोड़ी थोड़ी आवाज कानाफूसी सुनना. On the city was muffled. Muffled means बिल्कुल शांत. And distant मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा दूर. It was a place she had often played in when she was a child. ये वो स्थान था जहां पर वो जाती है उस समय जब वो बच्ची थी, उस समय वहां वो खेलती थी. There was a wooden bench. एक लकड़ी का बना हुआ बेंच वहां पर था. Neath a solitary elm. Solitary को कहेंगे lonely. Elm चिराबेल का वृक्ष होता है, पेड़ होता है, उसके नीचे. Where lovers sometimes came. जहां पर लवर्स कई बार आ जाते थे, प्रेमी आ जाते थे. She sat down to wait. वो वहां बैठ गई और इंतजार करने लगी. Let me tell you that all these things are only the creation of her mind. These things are the product of her imagination. It was a perfect place. She had always thought. वो हमेशा समझती थी कि एक अच्छा स्थान था. To wait. It was a perfect place. She had always thought so for a meeting of this kind. इस प्रकार की मीटिंग के लिए वो हमेशा से समझती थी कि ये एक उपयुक्त स्थान था. For those who wished not to be observed. उन लोगों के लिए जिनकी इच्छा होती थी कि उनको कोई ऑब्जर्व ना करे, उनके लिए ये एक बेहतरीन स्थान था. She knew he would approve. वो जानती थी, समझती थी कि शायद वो मान जाएगा. For some while waiting, she imagined his coming. कुछ इंतजार करने के पश्चात वो कल्पना करती है उसके आने की. इमेजिनेशन पर इमेजिनेशन होती है. कुछ देर वहां बैठने के पश्चात वो परिकल्पना करती है उसके पहुंचने की वहां पर. She watched along the canal, seeing him came out of the shadows. अचानक से वो महसूस करती है कि डैनी केजी किसी छायादार जगह से, शैडोज से बाहर निकलता हुआ आता है. इमेजिनिंग हर कॉन्सिक्वेंट एक्साइटमेंट, और कल्पना करती है कॉन्सिक्वेंट रिजल्ट ऑफ एक्साइटमेंट, इंथुसियाज्म की, उत्साह की. नॉट अंटिल सम टाइम हैड elapsed. elapsed होता है पास्ट, जब तक कि कुछ समय निकल नहीं जाता. Did she begin to balancing against the idea of his not coming. और कुछ समय निकलने के पश्चात एक बार फिर से वो अपने उस आइडिया पर आती है कि आखिरकार वो नहीं आया. First, she imagined of his coming there, but after some time, after feeling so much enthusiasm and excitement, she came to reality that this type of thing isn't happening. Next देखिए इसमें, here I said, she said to herself, अपने आप से बात करती है, wishing Danny would come, wish करते हुए कि डैनी आएगा. Wishing he would come and sensing the time passing. Sensing, realizing. Sensing means here realizing time passing. I feel the punks. Here the word punks means pain of doubt, शंका का. Stirring inside me, stirring rising inside me, मेरे अंदर से पैदा होता हुआ. I watch for him, but still there is no sign of him. She was waiting to come. She was waiting of his arrival, Danny Cage's arrival, but exactly still there is no sign of him. I remember Job saying, I remember, मैं याद करती हूँ जॉब को कहते हुए, वो जब कहता है he would never come. जॉब ने क्या कहा था उसको कि he would never come, and how none of them believed me. और किस प्रकार से किसी ने भी मेरे ऊपर विश्वास नहीं किया था. When I told them, जब मैंने उनको बताया था. I wonder what will I do. What can I tell them? How if she doesn't come? मुझे आखिरकार किस प्रकार से उनको बताना पड़ेगा, मुझे क्या कहना चाहिए यदि वो नहीं आता. But we know how it was. But we know how it was. एक तसल्ली देने की बात है, अपने आप को रिलैक्स करने की बात है. But you know how it was, Danny and me. That's the main thing. She was now realizing, and the pangs of doubt raising inside her heart, that probably she would never come. And after that, she once again sensing the same type of pleasure when she first met Danny Cage in the arcade. Once again, she tried to learn all these things in her mind. although that was also the creation of her mind. But especially here on, after sitting a long period of time, she wanted to exact, want to relieve her mind. And after that, she once again sensing the same type of pleasure. How she can, how can you help what people choose to believe? But all the same, it makes me despondent. This knowing I will never be able to show them they were wrong to doubt me. She waited, measuring in this way. The changes takes place in her. Resignation was no sudden thing. इस विचार को छोड़ देना इतना आसान नहीं था. वहां बैठकर इस विचार को छोड़ देना, त्याग देना, एक तरीके से हम कहेंगे कि एक्सेप्ट कर लेना बड़ी कामली फॉर्म में, ये एक आसान बात नहीं थी कि वो नहीं आने वाला है. Now I have become sad. She thought, उसने सोचा. And it is hard burden to carry. It is very hard burden to carry. This sadness, sitting here, waiting and knowing he will not come. I can see the future and how I will have to live with this burden. महसूस करती है सोफी कि आखिरकार वो किस प्रकार से सरवाइव करेगी इस बर्डन को अपने साथ लेकर. They of course will doubt me. निसंदेह वो मुझ पर शंका करेंगे. As they always doubted me. क्योंकि उन्होंने हमेशा मेरे ऊपर शंका की है, डाउट किया है. But I will have to hold up my head. लेकिन फिर भी I will hold up my head. मैं अपने सिर को ऊंचा कर के रख सकती हूँ. Remembering, याद करते हुए how it was. The term how it was here relates to the incident happened, I would like to say, in the arcade. जो arcade में इंसिडेंट हुआ था उसको लेकर के वो कहती है कि how it was. Already I envisage, पहले से ही शायद मेरा ध्यान चला गया है, the slow walk home, और धीरे धीरे घर की तरफ चलने की. और वो कहती है and Job disappointed face, और जॉब का निराश चेहरा when I tell him he didn't come, that Danny Casey, वो नहीं आया, वो डैनी कैसी. and then he will fly out, फिर वो निकल जाएगा वहां से, slam the door, दरवाजे को बंद कर लेगा. but we know how it was, लेकिन हम जानते हैं कि वो कैसा था. I shall tell myself, Danny and me, it is hard thing, this sadness. She climbed the crumbling steps to the street. वो क्लाइंब कर चढ़ी क्रम्बलिंग स्टेप से स्ट्रीट में, गली में. आउटसाइड द पब सी पास्ट हर फादर्स बाइसिकल. पब के बाहर उसने अपने पिता की बाइसिकल को खड़ा हुआ देखा, प्रोप्ड, सटे हुए, अगेंस्ट द वॉल, दीवार के साथ. एंड वाज ग्लैड, और वो थोड़ी खुश हुई. ही वुड नॉट बी देयर व्हेन शी गॉट होम. आखिरकार जब वो घर पहुंचेगी तो उसका फादर घर पर नहीं मिलेगा. ये उसके लिए एक रिलीफ की बात थी. Excuse me, but aren't you Danny Casey? Excuse me, aren't you Danny Casey? Means once again she was trying to learn the same incident. Excuse me, but aren't you Danny Casey? Coming through the arcade, she pictured him again outside Royce. एक बार फिर से वो तस्वीर अपनी आंखों के सामने वो लेकर के आती. He turns, वो मुड़ता है, reddening slightly. रेडनिंग का मतलब है यहाँ पर बिकमिंग रेड, स्लाइटली, हल्का सा. यस दैट्स राइट. आई वॉच यू एवरी वीक. मैं तुम्हें हर सप्ताह देखती हूँ. विद माई डैड एंड माई ब्रदर्स, डैड और ब्रदर्स के साथ. वी थिंक यू आर ग्रेट, हम आपको महान समझते हैं. ओ वेल, नाउ दैट्स वेरी नाइस. आई वंडर, वुड यू माइंड साइनिंग एन ऑटोग्राफ? Would you mind signing an autograph? His eyes are in the same level as your own. His nose is freckled. Freckled means brown spots होते हुए, brown color के spots होते हुए. And turns upward slightly. And when he smiles, he does so shy, exposing teeth with gaps between. It means उसके जो दांत हैं वो थोड़े से गैप लिए हुए हैं, जो कि एक्सपोज होते हैं जब वो मुस्कुराता है. His eyes are green. And when he looks straight at you, they seem to simmer. वो चमकते हुए प्रतीत होते हैं उस समय. They seem gentle, almost afraid, like a gazelles. Gazelles एक डियर की तरह से, हिरन की तरह से. एंड यू लुक अवे, तुम दूर देखने लग जाते हो। यू लेट हिज आईज रन ओवर यू अ लिटिल, तुम चाहते हो कि उनकी आंखें तुम्हें कुछ समय के लिए निहारें। एंड देन यू कैम बैक टू फाइंड देम स्लाइटली ब्रेथलेस, इसके पश्चात तुम अपने आप को ब्रेथलेस पाते हो। एंड ही सेज, वो कहता, आई डोंट सीम टू हैव ए पेन एट ऑल, मेरे पास पेन नहीं है। यू रियलाइज यू डिडंट ईदर, और तुम महसूस करते हो कि तुम्हारे पास भी नहीं है। माई ब्रदर्स विल बी वेरी सॉरी, यू से, और फिर तुम कहते हो कि मेरे जो भाई हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा सॉरी फील करेंगे इस इंसिडेंट से कि मैं उनके लिए ऑटोग्राफ नहीं ले पाई। एंड आफ्टरवर्ड्स यू wait there alone in the arcade for a long while, standing where he stood, remembering the soft melodious voice, the shimmer of green eyes, no taller than you, no bolder than you, the parodigy, एक देवता तुल्य महान, the innocent genius, the great Danny Casey. And she saw it all again last Saturday, saw him ghost past. Ghost past को हम क्या कहेंगे, एक तरीके से मूव्ड, अनसीन होते हुए, मूविंग करते हुए दिखाई देना। लंबरिंग, मूविंग डिफेंडर्स के बीच में झूमता हुआ। हर्ड 50,000 ईच कैच ब्रेथ, 50,000 की संख्या में लोग अपनी सांसें थामे हुए देखते हुए होवर्ड, वो मंडराया मोमेंटरली, एक पल के लिए, ओवर द बॉल के ऊपर। एंड देन द एक्सप्लोजन ऑफ साउंड, और बहुत ज्यादा आवाज हुआ, विस्फोट हुआ। एज ही स्ट्रक इट क्रिस्पली को कहेंगे क्लियरली इनटू द गोल, जब उसने बॉल को गोल में रखा। दिस डन थंडरस eruption ऑफ एक्सल्टेंट अप्रोबेशन, इसके पश्चात एक एक्सल्टेंट को कहेंगे ओवरजॉयड, और अप्रोबेशन को कहेंगे अप्रूवल के साथ वहां पर बहुत ज्यादा आवाज हुई जैसे ही उसने एक गोल किया। मोस्ट पार्ट ऑफ द एक्सप्लेनेशन हियर in today's part, I would like to say, was only nothing rather than the creation or product of her imagination. वो उसके बारे में इस प्रकार से सोचती है। Question है, did Sophie really meet Danny Kaye? No, Sophie never met Danny Kaye in her entire lifetime. There was a single instance you can see in the story where the whole family go to see the match of United, whereupon Danny Kaye scored a goal. That was the incident where they personally saw Danny Kaye. They personally saw Danny Kaye. Actually, ये आपको इसमें बताना है। You see the questions from here on. Right from the first question, see. Where was it most likely that the two girls would find work after school? Most probably two girls find work after school. और तुम्हें क्या लगता है कि उनका काम क्या है? देखिए सोफी डिस्क्रिप्शन जब आता है सोफी का, and she was looking towards various options, but Jancy was very realistic. She mentioned that they are earmarked to work in a biscuit factory. उनका काम पहले से निर्धारित है कि उनको कहां पर काम करना है, बिस्किट फैक्ट्री में काम करना है। दूसरा क्वेश्चन है कि what were the options that Sophie was dreaming of? There were so many options that Sophie was dreaming of. Her first, option was to open a boutique, and after that, she wanted to become a manager. After that, she wanted to work as an actress, and so many things apart from that. लेकिन ये सारी की सारी जो बातें हैं, these are only the imagination of her mind. Why did Sophie Ringle when Job told her father that she had met Danny Kaye? Sophie Ringle वो कसमस आ गई जहां पर वो बैठी हुई थी जब जॉब ने कहा कि वो डैनी कैजी से मिली थी. It means that she was also knew exactly that what would be the response from her father. She know, वो जानती है कि what would be the response, कि उसका रिस्पॉन्स क्या होगा, और वैसा ही हुआ. उसके फादर ने कहा कि ये एक और वाइल्ड स्टोरी है, ये एक और तरीके की मनगढ़ंत उसकी कहानी है, इसलिए वो कसमस आती है. Does Joe believe what Sophie says about her meeting with Danny Kaye? Absolutely, हम कहेंगे कि शुरुआत में बिल्कुल भी उसको विश्वास नहीं हुआ कि डैनी कैची से वो मिली है, लेकिन वो भी एक प्रशंसक है डैनी कैची का, इसलिए वो अपने फादर से वो बात कहता है. Does her father believe her story? No. Sophie's father didn't believe her story. She called her avoid stories. And even though she looks towards her in disdain, वो disdain के साथ, घृणा के साथ उसकी तरफ देखता है और इसको सिरे से खारिज कर देता है. Which country did Danny Casey play for? Ireland. Okay. Why didn't Sophie want Jancy to know about her story with Danny? Sophie didn't want Jancy to know about her story with Danny because, according to Sophie, Jancy would tell everyone of her meeting with Danny Casey. She wanted to take as a secret. But if Jancy came to know such type of thing, probably she would mention everywhere in the neighborhood. Which was the only occasion when she got to see Danny Casey in person? ये जो क्वेश्चन है, that was only one single spot where Sophie met Danny Casey, and that was one of the match of United, whereupon all of the family go there to see the match of Danny Casey. वही पहला एक और आखिरी ऐसा इंस्टेंस था जहां पर सोफी ने डैनी कैजी को प्रत्यक्ष रूप से अपने सामने खेलते हुए देखा था. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, जो भी है आप इस पॉइंट पर आइए. सो ऑल ड्रीम्स एंड डिसअपॉइंटमेंट वर इन हर माइंड, दे वर प्रोडक्ट ऑफ हर इमेजिनेशन. सो दैट्स ऑल इन दिस चैप्टर. Certainly I would be once again in front of you for the next chapter. Till then I would like to say सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कदाचित् भाव भवेत्. इसी कामना के साथ हैव ए नाइस डे.